Good afternoon, Worthington families and friends. It is a distinct honor to welcome you to the 147th commencement ceremony for Thomas Worthington High School. At this time, we welcome and introduce you for the first time the class of 2026.
Welcome. My name is Jaden Envid. I'm currently serving as a United States Army infantryman. Please join me as we open with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please welcome Presley Pingway as she leads us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light to what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Presley. That was wonderful. We would like everyone to remain standing as we welcome our Thomas Worthington Choir to the stage for the alma mater. Everyone is welcome to be seated as our choir will continue to perform.
Tell me where is the road I can call my own, that I left, that I lost so long ago. All these years I have wandered, oh, where will I know? There's a way, there's a road that will lead me home. After wind, after rain, when the dark is done, as I wake from a dream in the gold of day, through the air there's a calling from far away. There's a voice I can hear that will lead me home. Rise up, follow me, come away is the call, with the love in your heart as the only song. There is no such beauty as where you belong. Rise up, follow me, I will lead you
As the choir exits the stage, let's hear it again for all our musical performers here today. We have our band, choir, and orchestra with us. Our band is directed by Derek Scholes and Guthrie Douglas. Our choir is directed by Jacob Reed, and our orchestra is directed by Nick Harwes and Peggy Jones. We thank them for being here today. An official welcome to everyone. It is a great day, and we are excited for each graduate, their families, and friends. My name is Josh Almanson, and I am the principal at Thomas Worthington High School, and it is my honor to welcome each of you as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2026. At this time, I would like to introduce our dignitaries on stage and in attendance today. I would ask that each dignitary stand as your name is called. Starting on stage, we have School Board President Amber Epling-Skinner. Board member Sheena Costa-Flowers. And board member Kelly Davis. Let's give them all a round of applause. Superintendent Dr. Trent Bowers is on stage just behind me. I would also like to acknowledge our district level administrators seated to my left. We thank them for joining us today as well. Also on stage are high school administrators, Chris Hasbrook from Linworth, Dr. Sean Flynn from Worthington Academy, Alicia Mowry representing Delaware Area Career Center, Assistant Principal Brett Schaefer, Athletic Director Molly Fiesler, Assistant Principal Mallory Tecklenburg, Assistant Principal Dr. Adrian Carr, and Assistant Principal Nate Thornhill. Directly behind me are our student leaders, starting with Student Body President Colin Chase, President, Class of 2026, Olivia Osa. Student Body Vice President, Chelsea Yu. Vice President, Class of 2026, Alexis McGarry. Student Body Secretary, Addison Jones. Secretary, Class of 2026, Sadat Khan. Student Body Treasurer, Casey Nye. Student Body Historian, Eva Harris. Treasurer, Class of 2026, Misha Marshall. And Jaden Envid, who you met during the Pledge of Allegiance. Graduates, today feels like a finish line, and it is. But if your time here has taught you anything, it's that finish lines often look a lot like construction zones. Messy, slow, inconvenient, and sometimes hard to fully understand while you're in the middle of them. You are a class that understands construction better than most. You lived it. From your middle school years through your high school, you walked hallways that changed, navigated detours, adjusted to noise, dust, temporary walls, and shifting expectations. At times, it probably felt like progress was painfully slow, like nothing was really changing at all. And then suddenly, everything was different. A new space, a finished product, a clearer vision. That's the nature of construction, and as you're about to discover, it's also the nature of life. Life rarely moves in a straight line. More often, it unfolds slowly. So slowly, you question whether anything is happening at all. And then almost without warning, everything shifts. Growth appears, opportunity opens, perspective changes. Slowly, then suddenly. There were moments along the way that felt inconvenient, maybe even frustrating. Schedules disrupted, traditions altered, spaces that didn't quite feel like yours, but you kept going. You adapted, You stayed steady, and that matters. Because life will bring you seasons that feel just like that. There will be times when your plans don't unfold the way you expected. Times when progress feels delayed. Times when you're working hard but can't yet see the result. In those moments, it is easy to become discouraged, to think the effort isn't worth it, or to wonder if anything meaningful is being built at all. But it is, always. Your middle school experience, the smaller construction, prepared you for something bigger. It gave you the skills to adjust, to stay patient, to trust the process, even when it wasn't perfect. And then came high school, a much larger, more complex challenge, more disruption, more uncertainty, but also greater growth. That pattern doesn't end today. Overcoming small challenges prepares you for bigger ones. And while those bigger challenges demand more of you, they also offer something greater in return. Greater growth, greater understanding, greater reward. As you move forward, you'll encounter new forms of construction. In your careers, you'll face uncertainty, setbacks, and long stretches where progress feels invisible. In your relationships, whether friendships, partnerships, or marriage, you'll learn that meaningful connection takes work, patience, and resilience. If you choose to raise children, you'll discover a kind of challenge that is as demanding as it is rewarding. And in all areas of adult life, you'll encounter responsibilities that are unpredictable, sometimes frustrating, and often difficult. But all of it, every challenge, every delay, every inconvenience is building something. Something stronger, something more meaningful, something worth the effort. That's what you've already proven. Class of 2026, you didn't just endure construction, you embodied what it represents. You showed up anyway. You adapted anyway. You kept moving forward even when things weren't ideal. You learned how to stay steady, and that might be the most important lesson of all. Because the people who build meaningful lives aren't the ones who avoid disruption. They're the ones who keep going through it. They trust that the slow work matters. They believe that what is being built, even when they can't yet see it, will be worth it. So as you leave here as graduates today, don't be discouraged by the seasons that feel slow or inconvenient. Don't lose momentum when progress isn't obvious. And don't forget what you've already lived through and overcome. You know how to navigate uncertainty. You know how to adapt. You know how to stay steady. And if you can do that, if you can keep showing up, keep working, and keep trusting the process, you will build something remarkable, just like you already have. Again, congratulations, class of 2026. We are proud of you. There are currently 445 graduating students in the class of 2026. "137 of those students have earned the honors diploma. Three students were National Merit finalists. 98 seniors have a grade point average of 4.0 or above. 28 seniors earned all A's during their 4 years of high school. One senior earned 84 A's during their 4 years in high school. Over $100,000 in local scholarships were collected by this graduating class. At this time, we would like to point out and recognize our students wearing stoles and cords of distinction who make up the previously mentioned attributes. Students wearing red stoles engraved with highest honors in white have earned a 4.0 grade point average during their high school career. Students, please stand and be recognized. Seven of our graduating seniors are wearing school-issued white stoles under their red stoles, indicating 4 straight state championships in field hockey. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing red cords have earned an honors diploma. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing gold cords are members of the National Honor Society. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing purple cords are student council officers. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing blue and gold cords have been accepted into the National Thespian Society. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing orange and white cords are representing the Engineering Society through the Project Lead the Way program. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing silver cords are representing the Entrepreneurial Business Academy. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing hunter green cords have attended and completed the Linworth Experiential Program. Please stand and be recognized. Students wearing red, white, and blue cords are enlisting in a branch of the armed forces. Please stand and be recognized. We would ask those students to stay standing, and we would also like to recognize any veterans who have served in our country. We invite you to stand with our enlisting graduates if able. "51 students have earned Diploma of Distinction, standing out in the areas of scholarship, service to community, leadership, and character in their particular subject area. Diplomas of distinction can be earned in the subject areas of English, musical performance, science, EBA, theater, visual arts, world languages, or Project Lead the Way. If you earned a diploma of distinction, please stand and be recognized. We have 28 students wearing Thomas Worthington medals on blue and red ribbons. These students have received all A's in their 4 years of high school. Students, please stand as I read your name individually. Sydney Angione. Lillian Barter. Nathaniel Bates, Layla Bendoli, Matilda Chan, Jonah Christie, Gabriel Coble, Ray Coe, Lucy Darbaker, Ren Decker, Allison Featherstone, Cooper Florence, Sullivan Grimm, Eli Hall, William Harris, Isaac Hirshorn, Sarah Jacobson, Lucas King, Suvam Konar, Delaney Cook, Leah Levingston, Matthew Lieberman, Heather Long, Casey Nye, Olivia Osa, Brian Schultz, Addison Switzgable, and Alyssa Taylor. Thank you. You may be seated. We have one award to hand out just before the senior class president greets us. It's the Jefferson Award. In 1941, Frederick Jefferson donated $5,000 to the school board and requested that the interest from this amount be donated to 2 Worthington seniors that had all A's and the most A's. One senior is honored each year from Thomas Worthington. Our Jefferson Award winner has earned 84 A's in high school coursework and beyond. This has included 17 College Credit Plus classes, 9 AP classes, a 4.71 grade point average, and a perfect ACT score. A National Honor Society member and future Carnegie Mellon student, please help me welcome to the stage our Jefferson Award winner, Suvam Konar. Congratulations, Suvam. I would now like to introduce our senior class vice president, Olivia Osa.
Distinguished faculty, staff, friends, family, and esteemed graduates, it is such an honor to speak before you today on the day of the Thomas Worthington High School Class of 2026 commencement. As class president, my job is to reflect on the past 4 years of our time together. So right now, let's pause our worries about the future and take a moment to look back on how far we've come. Every year, a senior will tell you that high school goes by faster than you think. You never know how right they are until you get to experience it yourself. When I was a sophomore, acting in my first ever musical, I didn't quite understand why the seniors were so emotional about leaving. Now, after my last show this winter, I finally get what they meant when they said to enjoy it while it lasts. I can confidently tell you that the past 4 years of high school have been a whirlwind and a blast. We've gone from worrying about where to park every day in the hectic school lot to now watching our friends achieve their dreams. Like the field hockey team breaking a record and winning 4 state championships in a row, or the choirs getting all superior ratings at the OMEA state contest this year, or the times when the football team beat Kilbourne and we stormed the field in excitement over the win. All of these big moments have made our experiences more memorable, but in my opinion, it's the little moments that have shaped us the most. For me, it's been about goofing off with my teammates at track practice, trying to learn impossible choreography with my castmates, and getting excited when seeing someone unexpected in the hallway. Or maybe it was just the friends we made along the way while playing senior tag. Everyone has their own special moments that have made their high school experience unique and impactful. Whether it was sports, music, theater, clubs, or simply sitting with the same people at lunch every day, we all encountered moments we didn't realize would someday become memories. Even if our experiences look different, I think all of us know what it feels like to want to belong. I moved here in 5th grade. I don't share the same kindergarten memories as all of you. In fact, my kindergarten years were spent in a small town on the southern tip of South America where I grew up. When I was 10 years old, I moved to Worthington from Punta Arenas, Chile, with my mom and sister. I remember my first day of American public school. I was so anxious to walk into the classroom because I was worried about not fitting in. I didn't want to draw any unnecessary attention to myself, and I was in desperate need of a friendly face. But I soon met some friends who, with their kindness, inspired me to come out of my shell. I got involved in many activities, maybe too many. I now realize that it's not about blending in, but emphasizing what makes you unique. And this uniqueness doesn't divide us. It brings us together, like a beautiful patchwork quilt of different threads woven into one. One of the most daunting transitions in life has to be growing up. Knowing that all the moments of joy we experience are fleeting and temporary. Knowing that change is inevitable and realizing while you are living a moment that it will soon become a memory. But that's the thing about growing up. We all have to go through it. It's part of being human. And remember, nostalgia is a privilege. Yearning for your own memories proves that you've lived a life worth living. In 20 years, you're going to look back at these days and not remember the stress of homework or hard practices or difficult rehearsals, but instead you're going to remember the people you surrounded yourself with and how they made you feel. I've met some of my best friends in the second semester of my senior year when everyone starts to open up because we realize it's possible we may never see each other again. It makes you wish that you met some of these people 4 years ago when we started out as wide-eyed freshmen in the old building with our whole high school careers in front of us. I want to leave you with a few things. Number 1, live with no regrets. Number 2, comfort zones may feel safe, but growth rarely happens inside of them. And lastly, put relationships with others above everything else. If I could say one thing to myself as a little girl, it would be to stop worrying so much and take those risks. The little girl who was afraid to walk into school could have never imagined standing here before all of you today. And one more thing, don't take it for granted, enjoy the experience, because it feels like a party every day. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026. It is now my honor to introduce our student body president, Colin Chase.
Good evening, everybody. It is truly an honor to be speaking in front of all of you today. As we reflect upon the past 4 years, I want to first start by thanking everyone here in attendance supporting us graduates as we take this important step towards adulthood. Friends, family, educators, and everyone else who may be here today, thank you for the unwavering support. Although tonight is a celebration of the class of 2026, it is also important to recognize you all and the sacrifices that you have made to help us reach this point. As for my fellow graduates, it is absolutely mind-blowing to see you all here today and think about how once we all walk upon this stage, we will have completed a massive chapter in our lives. To get to this point, however, I think it's very safe to say we have all had to overcome many challenges. Whether it's struggling through finals week or finding a spot in that crazy Thomas Worthington parking lot. We all face challenges every single day. Although differing in their impact, They shape us, they test us, and most importantly, they force us to decide whether we're gonna let an obstacle define us or if we're gonna rise above it. Looking to the future, we will face even more challenges. That is one thing that will never stop. Although some will be big and some will be small, the important thing to remember is how we overcome them and refuse to let them affect us. Now, many of you may be wondering, how does one overcome their challenges, especially those that are the most difficult? Well, let me tell you a story. This is a story about a young boy who was diagnosed with mild spastic cerebral palsy at a young age. Although he didn't know the meaning of this at the time, he would soon learn that he was different. He would run around the playground in these weird, colorful leg braces, and when he walked, it looked almost as if he was skipping. Although he wanted to fit in like everyone else, he felt as though deep down he would never be the same. All he wanted was to be normal. This challenge stuck with the boy for quite some time. It made him wonder why certain things were easier for others and if he was ever going to be the same as the other kids. His goal of being normal was unrealistic and impossible. However, over time, after years of physical therapy, several different treatments, and a lot of emotional stress, that boy and his janky legs would go on to look pretty normal. As his confidence grew, so did his desire to always be better. He may still walk a little funny, but if you looked at that boy today, many would not even recognize that he has cerebral palsy. That boy was me. And I share my story not because it is better or worse than any of you in the crowd, but because it's proof that everyone faces their own challenges every single day. Whether you can see them or not, everyone in this room is here because of the challenges they have faced. Whatever your challenge was, you are here. You made it, and that means something. Resilience is what defines you, and if I could describe this class in any way, it would be resilient. Their hard work and dedication have taken them so far, and looking into the future, I know that the class of 2026 is ready to take on any challenges because they've already overcome so much. My good friend and partner on the sidelines, Sully Griffin, overcame his fear of walking on the ice. He was absolutely terrified at the beginning of the season, but by the end, he was able to walk alongside the rest of the players and me, smiling all along the way. Our girls' field hockey team, despite the many nights wondering, was it all worth it and all the work that they do, won 4 straight state titles, the first time in OHSA history. In AP Calculus, the 90 members of Calc Society learned the fundamental theorem of calculus all on their own, despite the many nights where they tore their hair out in frustration. That is just some of the many stories that define my friends in front of me. We've learned to overcome so much already, so why not now? In life, it is so much easier to see a challenge and immediately stop trying than to work towards your goals and live the life that you want. Rather than letting a challenge become a barrier, make it an obstacle and find a way to work around it. Because after all, you've already made it through 100% of the bad days, so why not now? Thank you, everybody, and congrats to the class of 2026. Stay resilient. I would now like to welcome to the stage Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Trent Bowers.
So thank you to Olivia and Colin. They are clearly a tough act to follow. So good afternoon, graduates, families, faculty, and friends. What an extraordinary day this is. Every single person in these seats has been part of a journey that brought the class of 2026 to this moment. Families, teachers, and of course these graduates who have worked, struggled, laughed, and grown into remarkable human beings that are sitting before us today. I'm proud to be your superintendent, and today it's my honor to address the Thomas Worthington class of 2026. I want to take you back to your elementary school years. Picture yourself cross-legged on the living room floor or maybe piled onto the couch with a sibling. There's a show playing on the Disney Channel. Twins Dipper and Mabel Pines have just arrived in a strange, mysterious little town called Gravity Falls, Oregon. And they have no idea what adventures await them. Those of you that might have watched Gravity Falls know exactly what it meant when Dipper held up his old journal and said, "There are mysteries here, and I'm gonna figure them out." The show was beloved because it understood something that's true. Curiosity is a superpower. That the unknown isn't something to fear. It's something to run towards, sometimes notebook in hand. But Gravity Falls also understood something else. At the end of that summer, that beautiful, strange, unforgettable summer, Dipper and Mabel had to leave. They had to say goodbye to the Mystery Shack, to their friends, to a place that had shaped them in ways they couldn't fully put into words. And it hurt, because endings always do, even when what comes next is extraordinary. Graduates, today, your summer in Gravity Falls is ending, but what comes next is extraordinary. There's a song by a band from right here in Ohio, a Columbus band called Camp. And it speaks exactly to that feeling. And the song is called Ohio. And it opens with these words: "You know, when I grow up, I'm gonna look back at the place I left, rolling the dice on the weekend, conversations with the company I kept." And then later in that song, it says, "All these memories shooting shivers down my spine, make them into melodies. Play me yours, I'll play mine. Ohio, treat me well." That lyric stops me every time. Make them into melodies. What a beautiful way to think about what you can do with your experiences here in Worthington. You don't just carry them, you make something with them. You take away the football Fridays, the conversations in the hallways, the friendships that felt so ordinary at the time, but those friendships that you'll remember for the rest of your life. And you transform them into who you will become. Class of 2026, Ohio treated you well. Worthington treated you well. And now it's your turn to go and do the same for the world. And here is what I want you to carry with you. See, Dipper Pines didn't solve every mystery in Gravity Falls, but he never stopped looking. Graduates, you will encounter mysteries in your lives, problems that don't have clear answers, roads that split unexpectedly, seasons of life that feel uncertain and strange. But be a little like Dipper. Stay curious. Write it down. Ask the question. And be a little like Mabel, too, because Mabel knew that joy is not a distraction from the important things. Joy is an important thing. Find your people. Hold them close. Celebrate the ridiculous, beautiful, ordinary moments of being alive. Wherever you land, whether it's a college campus across the state, a trade program, a military branch, a first job, or a plan that you haven't even invented as of yet, go there with your full heart. And when you look back someday, I hope you will say, "Ohio treated me well. Worthington treated me well." Class of 2026, at the end of Gravity Falls, as Dipper and Mabel leave that quirky little town forever, the narrator says, "Gravity Falls, it's a place where the magic never ends." And see, I, as your superintendent, believe that about Worthington. The magic of what happened to you here, in these classrooms, on these fields, in these friendships, that magic doesn't end today. It travels with you. It travels with you in how you treat people, in the courage that you bring to hard days, in the way you'll reach back someday and help the next generation find their way. You are the class of 2026. The world is waiting. Ohio treated you well. Worthington is proud of you. Congratulations.
Forgive me when I announced Olivia earlier. She is the class of 2026 president. I want to make sure that I recognize her correct title. Let's honor our Hall of Fame inductees. The Thomas Worthington High School Hall of Fame honors students, community members, faculty, and staff who have made lasting and positive impacts on our school community. Since the school's opening, this has been the highest recognition one can earn at Thomas Worthington High School. Hall of Fame inductees are individuals who excel academically, work well with others, and are actively involved in school life. They are known for their strong character, positive attitudes, and for serving as role models to those around them. Most importantly, the Hall of Fame celebrates those who have made meaningful and lasting contributions to Thomas Worthington High School community. The selection process begins with a nomination. All students and staff are invited to nominate individuals they feel best represent these values. An anonymous committee made up of students and staff then reviews the nominations and selects those who truly stand out. Today, I have the pleasure of recognizing our newest inductees to the Thomas Worthington High School Hall of Fame. I will ask Dr. Bowers to join me to present this honor. This year, the committee selected one student to place in the Hall of Fame. The student quickly and overwhelmingly became the clear-cut choice by the committee during the selection process. The student has been a leader within the school for 4 years. This leadership has been shown not only through position, but through voluntary service, support of others, and immersive participation in school life. This Hall of Fame nominee's involvement in school is vast, allowing him to connect with many in the student body. He ends his final year of high school involved in soccer, track and field, National Honor Society, and is the student body president. Please join me in honoring Colin Chase, who will be attending Ohio State University on the Moral Excellence Scholarship. Congratulations, Colin. Let's hear it for him again. The Hall of Fame committee selected one staff member to be placed this year. During the selection process, current and former students referenced the lasting impact this teacher has made in their lives. Thomas Worthington staff referenced the dedication and excellence displayed over the course of a career, creating the strength and conditioning classes, becoming a licensed personal trainer, and serving as a varsity coach has benefited many students and inspired many to continue being physical education teachers. Please join me in honoring Mrs. Margot Postak. Mrs. Postak could not be with us today as she is out of the country. It is a surprise to her that she is being honored with this award, and we are hoping her husband was able to get her to tune in to the live stream. Congratulations, Mrs. Postak, and we hope you are watching from Aruba. At this time, I would like to welcome Mrs. Amber Epling Skinner to the podium, stating, "I stand before you to verify that members of the class of 2026 who are here today have met the criteria necessary to earn a diploma, as stipulated by the Ohio Revised Code, the Worthington Board of Education, and Thomas Worthington High School, urging you to accept the members of the class of 2026 and deem them eligible to have their diplomas conferred upon them. Please welcome Board President Epling Skinner."
Thank you, Principal Almondson, and good afternoon, family, friends, and the class of 2026. My name is Amber Epling Skinner, and I have not only the honor and privilege of being the board president for the Worthington Board of Education, I'm also a proud mom of a 2026 Worthington Kilbourne High School graduate. So yes, this is my second commencement ceremony of the day, and some of my colleagues here on the stages as well. But this is such an incredible day, and I'm just so proud of all of you. And we've heard a lot of great speakers. You can see in the program, I'm the last one between you and receiving your diplomas, so I promise not to keep you long. Class of 2026. As you leave this place and begin building your lives, careers, and your reputations, I hope you pursue greatness. Go after that promotion, build the company, win the award, discover the cure, lead the movement, dream boldly, change the world. But on your path to greatness, pursue goodness too. Now, to be clear, goodness is not a lower tier of greatness. There's this misconception that goodness is nice, but maybe secondary, and that's just not the case. Because goodness is what helped get you here today. The goodness of a teacher or a coach who believed in you when maybe you didn't believe in yourself. The goodness of a parent who sacrificed and showed up again and again and again. The goodness of friends who sat beside you in hard moments. The counselor who opened a door. The bus driver who learned your name. The cafeteria worker who asked how your day was going, the custodian who quietly cared for the building long after everyone else had gone home. None of us arrive at moments like this alone. We are carried here by goodness. So yes, class of 2026, chase greatness, build something remarkable with your life, but while you do, dare to be bold enough to care about people in a world that often rewards selfishness. Don't forget to also chase goodness. So, on behalf of the Worthington Board of Education, it is my honor and privilege to accept the class of 2026. Graduates, go forth, be great, but also be good. And congratulations.
Today marks the 147th commencement ceremony for Thomas Worthington High School, and it is certainly a day for celebration. We are extremely proud of the young adults seated before us today. It is with great appreciation to our parents, relatives, friends, administrators, faculty, staff, and Board of Education that we are here today. We respectfully request that families and guests refrain from excessive celebration during the ceremony and the reading of names. We believe that graduates deserve the respect of having their name announced and heard. We ask that all guests remain at their seats during the awarding of diplomas. HR Imaging is here today taking photos that will be available on the Shutterfly website. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we ask that all guests remain in their seats until all graduates have filed out of the ballroom. We appreciate your cooperation and understanding. One of the cherished traditions within Worthington schools is that each graduating senior is given the opportunity to invite a teacher, staff member, or coach who has made a difference in their life to hand them their diploma. This is our way to make this ceremony more personal and meaningful to each graduating senior. We will get started momentarily. And now, introducing the class of 2026. Colin Francis Chase. Olivia Evelyn Osa. Chelsea Yu. Alexis Lorraine McGarry. Jaden Scott Envied. Addison Renee Jones. Sadat Ali Khan. Casey Nye. Eva Pearl Harris. Misha Isabella Marshall.
Hope Nieve Adams. Jackson Joseph Addy. Timothy Kobena Adantang. Najee Alvarado. Logan James Ament. Jamel Mensah Ampofo. Joshua Kobena Ampansaw. Sydney Isabel Angione.
Charles Pacofi and Twee. Esmeralda Julieta Redondo Rios. Mohammed Assad. Omar Avent. Nadeed Sarah Aiden. Avery Alexis Asbel. Juno Eric Baker. Tierra Elise Baker. Habibatu Binta Bangura. Andrew James Barnes. Binta Angel Berry. Lillian Barter. Nathaniel Hanuk Bates. Hadley Aaron Bean. Ava Catherine Beatty. Theodore Meyer Beagle III. Layla Antonia Bandoli. Ilya Biryashvili. Stella Ray Bernhardt. Anaya Cherie Bester. Bailey Marie Bevins. Alexander Christopher Ganchi Blees. Brian Gary Blessing II. Sophia Noel Borghese. Jacob Timothy Bowen. Luke Mitchell Bowman. Dylan John Brandel. Cameron K. Breedlove. Alora Sabine Brennan. Joseph Yaw Ajiman Brew. Abrianna J. Lynn Bridges. William Hernai Bro. Jack Edward Brown. Jude Angelo Brown. Curtis Victor Buddy. Nyla Nikki Bundu. Madeline Amelia Burchett. Dalen Robert Lamont Bureau. Kendall Margaret Burns. Estrella Esmeralda Cabrera Solís.
Luca Carlo Calanche. John Briggs Calfee. Joshua James Callandine. Annie Britton Campbell. Lizeth Stephanie Candelario Limon. Aleko Arnell Capulong. Angie Izamar Carvajal Amado. Emily Marveline Caton.
Alexander Lucio Chigama. Nathaniel Lucio Chigama. Corbin Allen Lloyd Champ. Matilda Rose Chan. Adam Brooks Chapman. Alex Stephen Chomos. Jonah Thomas Christie. Gracie Chuang. Vivian Marie Sonater. Owen Miles Clark. Gabriel Allen Coble. Zachary Glenn Coble. Ray Coe. Jacina Ann Coles. Colin Richard William Cooper. Ivan Mitchell Cooper. Kylie Elizabeth Corial. Lila Rose Courtney. Jamison Shay Kreider. Kelvin Mario Crisafulli. Keegan James Crowley. Elizabeth Marie Cummings. Lauren Joan Curran. Saad Borhan Das. Elizaveta Abriel Daniel. Gianni Eddie Daniels. Mia Wen Dow. Lucy Sierra Darbaker. John Norbert Dar Livingston. Elena Catherine Day. Felipe de Araujo Gonzalez. Davi Almeida da Rosa de Oliveira. Kelton Brian Darth. Ren Elizabeth Decker. Leila Damaris de Leon. Mamadou Diao. Isidora Francesca Díaz. Nayer Denise Diggs. Tuan Do. Olivia Ray Domond. Aislinn Marie Donahue.
Haven Lee Allen Donahue. Hafsa Hassan Duwala. Mir Lakes Ileo Dugang. Efwa Duker. Nixon Jashawn Ebai Jr. Yasin Ebady. Levi James Eddy. Samantha Tanati Oshama. Salma Elasami. Beck McCammon Elder. Cy Lance Emmons. Brooklyn Cheyenne Eastup. Meredith Patricia Eastup. Jace Tristan Harris Everett. Allison Grace Featherstone. Abriella Claire Fagenbush. Mia Catherine Fagenbush. Ainsley Jane Finney. Samuel Douglas Ferguson. Jesse Fickeisen. Zach Finley. Cooper Edward Florence. Ella Marin Flores. Vanessa Loaz Flores Sanchez. Emanuela Romatu Fofana. Alex Fowler. Annalicia Folks. Nolan McCoy, France. Jacob Doyle, France. Maitaraya Dominique French Russell. Carson J. Fritz. William Max Gams. Matthew Ryan Gardner. June Ellen Garrett. Hassani Gatti Coppola. Prashant Gautam. Haley Colleen G. Darcy Geither. Phineas Scott Gertler. Yanni Alexandros Yamparnis. Harrison James Gill. Hudson Scott Gladwell. Lillian Goldfarb. Noah Seth Graff. Michael Keith Graffanino. Maximus Matthew Gregory. Thomas Andrew Gresh. Sullivan Robert Grimm. Cooper Growhowski. Jaden Sky Gustler. The fifth, Fufa Haddad. Eli Hall. Liam Sebastian Hall. Josephine Tommy Hall. Ella Ruth Hamilton. Dexter Henry Hammond. Journey Elise Harris. William Lang Harris. Zura Hassan. Lily Hayes. Jakai Michelle Hayes. Macy Renee Haywood. Kentavion Deshawn Head. Claire Elaine Heitkamp. Tessa Catherine Himmelgarn. Trinity Hendricks. Aiden Sebastian Henry Robinson. Jasmine Ruby Hernandez. Isaac Hirschhorn. Sarah Elizabeth Herzberg. Hayden George Height-Susan. Sophia Hoffman. Hudson Farrell Hoffman. Chase Hofsis. Ashton John Hoke. Allison Kathleen Hopper. Jonathan Thomas Howe. Isabel Hoyt. Avery Hufford. Elias Huh. Evelyn Johanna Catherine Hunt. Nicholas Thomas Hunter. Noah David Hunter. Emma Michelle Huth. Phoebe Adelie Ing. Sehan Iqbal. Anike Irakoze. Benjamin Mark Isaacson. Kylan Isbell. Tyler Lee Jackson. Sarah Jacobson. Ryland River Jeffers. Gabriel Micah Johnson. Jack Jolly. Gable Everett Jannard. Isaiah William Jones. Sire Rashid Jones. Samuel Canoe. Hannah Nicole Carnes. Sullivan James Castens. Lucy Kavinsky. Kendall Grace Kearney. Michaela Kelly. Samantha Renee Kendall. Manha Khan. Lucas King. Fatima G. Kente. Fraser Phoenix Kirk. Ryan Kirker. Sevi Kissling. Suvam Konar. Maya Catherine Court. Delaney Marie Cook. Gunnar Montgomery Cole. Rihanna Kumi Yaboa. Brittany Cunnadu. Kwame Kortang.
Sydney Lauren Loxo. Matthew Andrew Locker. Girish Lalgudi. Adem Abdalali Lamri. Meredith Elaine Loffman. Leon Lawrence. Elise Noel Lucky. Lenley Ella Lehman. Leah Kate Levingston. Matthew Sherman Lieberman. Jemmy Adams Liel Gayo. Skylar Litchfield. Benjamin Joshua Lloyd. Annie Logan. Daniel M. Long. Heather May Long. Nava Aline K. Lowe. Reese Daniel Lyle. Malia Gabrielle Mabry. Diana Michelle Madden. Lila Marie Madrigal. Maria Oguluwakatan Mafarikan. John Leonidas Magana. Susanna Grace Malin. Alexandra Pope Mahoney. Alana Kai Mahoney. Apple May Majors. Cheyenne Winter Marlette. Jack Matthew Marsh. Brianni Mackenzie Martinez Carrillo. Mink Beckett Masters. Jenna Francis Matthias. Charles Lawrence McAllister.
What up, Chuck?
William Thomas McClure.
Yes, sir, Will.
Dryden Landis McCoy.
Big ups, Jordan.
Dahlia Davine McElroy. Dolan Monroe McElvoy.
Yes, sir, Dolan. This guy's crazy.
Allison Chanel McGee. Jaden Gabriel McGraw. Moxie McKee. Jana Hope McKnight. Davis Ray McLean. Jackson Danger Meister. Miranda Mendoza Gonzalez. Kenneth Mensa Bansu.
Yes, sir, Kenneth.
Madeline Marie Mittenen. Aiden Wilson Miller.
Charlotte Ann Mismus. Leo Jane Mismus. Aiden Michael Mobley. Grayson Daniel Mon. Brianna Murray Monahan.
Aaron Melinda Morris. Kaizen Alexander Morris. Samuel Jeffries Motter. Miriam Adelaide Mullins. Avery Edward Neville. Fawn Tien Huan Nguyen. Lily Kathleen Nichols. Emery Alexander Nezgoda. Gabrielle Brienne Nairote. Jackson David Nisthouse. Dominic Giovanni Nisthouse Navarrete. Alvin Sharima Jaroke. Alexander Ocampo Sanchez.
Let's go, Alex.
Michelle Ifonia Chokwu Obona. Rachel Marie Ogden. Brendan Patrick Gay O'Malley. Amira Jabril Omer. Hisham Jabril Omer. John Alexander Ando. Riley Helen O'Neill. Antonio Arias Ortiz. Claire Christina Marie Owens. Daniela Pacheco. Allison Marie Painter. Dominic Christopher Perini. Charlotte Garrick Parks. Ria Ashwinbai Patel. Shiv Vashant Patel. John Christopher David Pauley. Brady Samuel Pearson. Reese Michelle Phillipson. Marvin Elias Phillips. Samuel Anton Pellicino. Presley Giovanna Pingue. Rocco Giovanni Pingue. Hannah Kate Pinkstock. Addison Pistoni. Jacob Michael Pitts. Kira Bell Posey. Emily Juliana Potts. Jameson Robert Price. Ava Ellen Priest. D'Angelo Lee Waden Purdy Jr. Willow Christine Quaintance. Malaya Celeste Marie Quarles. Alyssa Jade Ramdeen. Rhea Margaret Rampersad. Lincoln Cole Ratliff. Rude McShaud Raymond.
Yes, sir, Rude.
Reka Emmeline Reichenbach. Taylor Jane Richards. Dylan Rico Torres. Caleb Riley Reidenbaugh. Chloe Marie Reidenbaugh. Anya Estella Ryder. Smith Roberts. Lincoln Michael Robertson. Alexander Carmona Robles. Sean Thomas Roach. Ashley Rodriguez Ramirez. Elizabeth Danielle Rohrbacher. Catalina Marie Roman Smith. Jack Henry Riggy. Eiley Quinn Reinhardt.
Miriam Sophia Saeed. Elma Samore. Anav Samrat. Dalicelis Gabriela Sanchez. Brady Calvin Sanford. Malin Liliana Santos Diaz. Nathaniel James Saunders. Francis Michael Scardina. Braden Schmidt. Alexander Schmidt. Brian Norman Schultz. Jackson Xavier Shoemaker. Addison Ann Switzgable. Kennedy Renee Scott. Samantha Marie Sedgwick. Lazon William Sellers. Jabrilla Sese. Wyatt Allen Shankman. Evan Reed Sharp. Shannon Kelly Shaw. Eiley Corinne Shawberry. Charlie Daniel Schellenbarger. Elena Noel Sharon. Julianne Eve Sharon. Ashley Shiflett. Grayson James Shipley. Megan Marie Silliman. Violet Marie Simsick. Leas Mason Jerome Singletary. Erin Kate Smith. Layla Day Spalding. Isaac Steidel. Landon Emery Sterling. Olivia Stewart. Vivian Ellis Stoner. Wesley Sturdivant. Reed Emerson Serbella. Deja Carolyn Sutton. Andrew James Swart. Brian Quinn Sweeney Forstoffel. Calvin Allen Swinarski Barnett. Delaney Nicole Talley. Adam Douglas Tanner. Alyssa Colleen Taylor. Princess Nana Tete. James David Thomas. Jolene Brooke Thompson. Sean Henry Thompson. Nuon Toure. Erin Elizabeth Trackler. Leona Tufauer. Natavia Anise Twine. Alliance Usanasi. Uwase Henrietta. Gerald Franklin Verhoff. Emma Irene Vernon. Carter Rush Wall. Kennedy Markia Ray Wallace. Audrey Bryn Waller. Jacob Sebastian Walters. Riley Janae Warner. Mila Christine Washer. Gwyneth Webster. Kaya Gray Corin Webster. Italy Marie Jacqueline Louise Whitman. Kaylin Williams. Rory Colin Wilson. Elise Marie Witherspoon. Brandon Nicholas Wolf. Julia Page Wolf.
Khalees Sade Woodfork. Willa Lee Woodland. Noelle Anise Viola Wright.
Hannah Marie Yates. Addison Yohe. Marquill Vincent Young. Justin Alexander Yonker. Katie Elise Yorkovich. Nicholas J. Zalewski. Bailey Zelk. Ryan Zupfer.
At this time, we would like to invite the class of 2026 to please stand. Oh my gosh, can I just take this off? I'm literally dying.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present you the class of 2026 graduates of Thomas Worthington High School. You may now turn your tassels.
My hat literally fell down.
Congratulations,
class of 2026!
President